Hello everyone, my name is Kenton Kivestu. I'm an ex-BCG consultant, an ex-Googler, and the founder of RocketBlocks, an online platform that helps students prepare for case interviews. In today's RocketBlocks mini lesson, we're going to talk about the infamous airport test. Now, what exactly is it? Well, the good news is the airport test is not some sort of crazy brain teaser that you've been hearing about. It's actually quite a simple and straightforward question, and essentially, this is what it is. The interviewer is going to be asking him or herself, do I want to spend 3 hours in an airport if they would get stuck on a flight delay or something like that? So basically the question is, do I want to spend 3 hours stuck in an airport with this candidate? Now, you don't need to get kind of wrapped up on the airport or the 3 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours, whatever it is. This is all just kind of a bunch of convenient fiction around the very simple question, which is, does this person really want to spend time with you outside of a direct work environment? So let's talk a little more about that. Okay, why do consultants use the airport test so frequently? It seems like everyone is always talking about it when interview season rolls around. Well, I think there's a few key reasons that this test is so widely used and talked about. The first is that consulting is really a team sport. If you end up being a consultant, you're going to spend a lot of time on the road. You'll spend a lot of time working directly with your small team, probably in tight quarters. You might have a team room on the road. You'll be doing dinners and drinks after work, most likely. There's going to be a lot of time that you will spend directly with your team, even when you're outside of the office and the client's office. And that's a good thing. You'll get to know your coworkers really well and make some really strong connections that you'll probably have for the rest of your career. But the flip side of that is that consultants, when they're hiring, are really going to want to vet and kind of ask themselves, is this person that I'm sitting across the table from someone that I really want to be at dinner with after work, someone that I want to go to team drinks with, someone that I want to sit in a team room with, for 8 or 10 or sometimes 12 hours in a given day. So that's the first reason. They're going to spend a lot of time with you, and they really kind of want to vet that they want to spend that time with someone like yourself. The second thing is that there's kind of a corollary, which is, who are their clients going to want to spend time with? A lot of times the best kind of proxy they have for this is, well, the clients will probably like similar type of people that I like and that I enjoy spending time with. So there really is this kind of personal aspect that the airport test is getting to. It's not about specific quantitative skills or specific leadership abilities. It's really kind of more of a question is, do these people really want to spend time with you outside of like the direct working environment? Over the years, I've had a lot of people ask, well, how do I do well on the airport test? What if I feel like I'm a little bit nerdy or I'm a little bit awkward but what should I do? Well, there is really no easy answer to this question, unfortunately. It's not like a break-even equation that I can give you, and there's a right or wrong answer once you've plugged in all the variables. It's more difficult and nuanced than that. But the one thing I will say is that when I talk to my friends that have been at McKinsey and Bain and BCG for 3 years, 4 years, upwards of 8 years, and done hundreds of interviews, and you ask them about the airport test and when someone does well on that test or does poorly, what is it that's going right or wrong? And obviously the answers vary a little bit, but the key thing that almost always comes up is when something goes right, it's people say, well, I felt like that person was very authentic. They were genuine. They were excited about what they'd accomplished in the past. They were excited about why they wanted to come to the firm. And it just felt like a really kind of honest, authentic conversation. Now, on the flip side, when you talk to folks where it's like, oh, it didn't go particularly well, the key thing that often comes up is they feel like people are pretending to be someone they're not. Feels very inauthentic and fake. And you'll hear phrases like, oh, they kind of spoke like a politician, or they were speaking like a politician, meaning, that's not a very positive phrase. And usually it basically means this person was just kind of saying whatever it was that they thought I wanted to hear. So they're just kind of blowing smoke, to use that phrase. So I think the key thing to keep in mind is really you want to be genuine. You want to be authentic. You want to kind of show off your dynamic interest in all the things that would make you a fun person to spend a few hours with in an airport if that actually were to happen. But the key thing is, don't pretend and kind of make up bits about yourself that you think are interesting. Just take the interesting parts of you and what would make you really interesting, and just kind of let those genuinely shine through in the interview, and that should work well. Okay, let's do a quick recap. The airport test is a really simple question. Basically, the interviewer is going to ask him or herself, if I were stuck in an airport for 3 hours with this person, would I be happy about that? Now, as we discussed, it's a pretty simple question, but answering it is complex and it's nuanced, and it's a little bit different for everyone as well. That said, the one key thing that sticks out is that people gravitate toward those who are authentic and genuine and truly excited about the job and the firm they're interviewing for and the talents that they're going to bring to that firm and why it's a great fit. So keep that in mind as you're going through your interviews. Thank you again for watching. We've got a ton of great videos on case interviews and the fit portion of interviews coming soon. So if you haven't already, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. You can do that down below. And thank you again for watching, and we'll see you soon.